Ho ho ho, and a merry hello to ya. Just a little bit late on that showing up there, but merry holidays and a happy Christmas, if you will. Yes, we're gonna go get some biter eggs tonight. That's a thing that's gonna happen. So I should probably. I got too many things open here. Holy crap! You have legs. I do have legs. Yeah, I'm a fully function. I'm surprised you didn't say Christmas hat, but like, I was kind of hoping for the Christmas hat thing. But you know, yes, I have legs. I have legs too. And well, there's a little bit more. There's feet down there too. Not looking forward to the oh, the eggs, the eggs, yeah, and the hat. Anyways, I better just close up a couple things here before I. Oh, hopefully I didn't just break something. Okay, I didn't break it. That's good. If I click that, I might break it. Anyways, don't break things. That's number one in Factorio land. It's a good idea not to break things. So the egg trads looks terribly tedious. Yeah, this should be interesting, right? Because we gotta figure out eggs. I gotta figure out eggs, y'all. Moving science back. Oh, like, cause you set up the science, like the massive science production on Vulcanus, right? And then trying to get it to come back is tedious. I mean, isn't that the fun of the game though, right? Is like the difficult challenges and, you know, wait, is this game even fun? Like, is this actually a fun game, or are we just joking ourselves and it's actually a second job? I don't know. I mean, the graphics definitely make it fun. So anyways, hold on a second. I gotta take out the mods Oh yeah, frustrated, angly, and angly. Yes, many angles. All right, we're almost in. We're loading up. Oh, that's exo green. Yo, that's a lot of leg, right? Yeah, you don't really usually get to see my legs. So, jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a special show, you guys. Yeah, 33 hours. That's it. That's it. I mean, this is entirely a second job for me at this point. Like, and I love every minute of it. But like, I spent all day like recording and yeah, holy smokes, designing. I just designed, like, you'll see it coming up because I had to pre-schedule a few episodes for tomorrow, and etc. But no, not us, definitely not. Okay, wait, let's get right into it. All right, here we go. Ho ho ho, and a merry cerebro. All right, yeah, that's right. All right, I just love the dangling thing. Like, I could just hit myself in the eye with this all day. Like, anyways, what's got you bottlenecked? Yeah, like, you gotta get plastic. You gotta get plastic from Gleba, or maybe even just straight up blue chips. Oh, look at this. I want to see how this is going. This is a medium stomper. Good time to join in and see how these guys are doing. Like, are the rockets gonna work? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I feel like if he just like stomped through it, he could like have done some stuff, but I feel like he just, I don't know, like didn't really want to, and like he almost did anyways. But maybe I just need more rockets, like even a little bit closer. I don't know. Why don't we do this, since it's a corner, and it's a corner that seems to get a lot of attention. But yeah, what I was saying is exporting blues from here, like the bottleneck is really, yeah, the bottleneck is really, oh man, look at this giant base of glory. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Yeah, so glad we did this. But the bottleneck on Vulcanus is like coal. You have to crack coal down into, flatten the corner out and make a line. Oh yeah, Erica, what you talking about? A straight line? Oh wow, nice. What was the oh wow nice for, Eric? Was it the blues production here, or was it the Vulcanus? The Vulcanus. This can go. This can go. This will work on that side. We no longer have coal there. A pentagon? Imagine a pentagon. But you can't really, I don't know. I need to go and get this coal, the base size. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She got big. She got real big. I gotta get this worm over here dead, and I gotta get this extra coal, and then somehow like probably train it in. I don't know. And at some point make upgrade. Well, do I really want to make upgrade plastic here? Like, I guess it seems very simple to get blues and even potentially, well, no, the low density structures is something that like we definitely can make on Vulcanus, but it's just that plastic is so abundant here. It's like it's just so easy to make. Yeah, that's just starving, not because it doesn't have everything it needs, but because plastic is not being consumed enough. So, and that's totally fine. It'll resolve itself later. But yeah, the base got big. Like, we just captured this entire size. And looking back on it, I was like, why? I was thinking about this morning, like, why did I do all this? And I was like, I remembered, it's for the copper. It's always for the copper. And this actually was a really good, there is a nice big juicy one over there. Oh, and there's also 3.8 mil over here. Yeah, coal is for liquefaction on Vulcanus. Like, that's the only way to get oil. That's the only way to get plastic, really. Is to... the only way to get plastic on Vulcanus is through coal liquefaction. And that's the only way then to get, like, the blue circuits. Right? So it's an interesting problem to solve. Like, I started with about 1 million coal here, and it's now at 461,000, and like, that's all the plastic that I have. Although, that being said, like, I should probably be importing it from Gleba at this point, because I guess I don't think I am. I'm not, so I should be sending plastic up. And how much import from Gleba, please? Don't block me there. Rock capacity is 2,000, so like even 4,000 would be like no problem on this ship. So let's get plastic in there, and then when it comes to Vulcanus, like, you could... Oh, these are the Vulcanus imports that I haven't actually looked at in a while. And it's like, should I really just have basically all of the other exports? Like, I should have Gleba exports. I should have Fulgora exports. Gleba is OP in that sense. Like, it's quite OP. I guess I don't really want the Fulgora exports as much as I want. Oh, I can't drag them over there. So somebody said that in the comments. They're like, oh, if you just added all of the groups, you could just drag it up there to a different group. Like, when I was doing my series and I was trying to fix, I had 3 old constant combinators from 1.1 because you couldn't just keep adding more and more. So I had 3 constant combinators giving me all the signals I needed for my requests, and they said, oh, just like drag it, add all the groups and then drag these up, but you can't drag them up. So but anyways, this that just means, like, yeah, I don't actually want to take all, I really don't want to take all of the Fulgora exports, but I do want to take some of the Fulgora stuff. Like, we definitely need, like, I'm gonna say like 80, let's say 40 electromagnetic plants, and then also just recyclers, because why wouldn't you want to have recyclers? Another 40 recyclers. We're definitely gonna need those a bit later, but for now that's good. And then if we look here and take a look at yeah, like, I feel like, yeah, you know what, well, 2100, let's do 4200, because that's a lot of blue circuits, but that's actually what we need. And probably even probably, like, we don't need on Vulcanus X import now. We should have a modules group. Do we have a modules group? Sort of, but not really for planets. Do we need all of these? We actually don't need really any of these, of the stuff from Nauvis exports, so I think we mostly just want from Gleba. We want the stacks, we want the carbon fiber, the biochambers. We don't really need any of, like, the blue sticks from... Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty happy with that, except that yeah, I'm also requesting reds, which I think are coming from Nauvis export still. No, I took them out, but that's fine. Anyways, the point is, we can be requesting we're going to be requesting the plastic now, so that should be a major, and that should just request itself right into, well, not here, but over here. It should just request itself in here, and then boom, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4,000 plastic basically always just chilling there. And we can get those as stacks a bit later and upgrade this whole thing. It's still actually on blues, so it does need to be upgraded to greens. This was a thing I did here, actually. Yeah, so we were talking a bit about cubes yesterday, and I didn't really quite showcase this, but basically I made some kind of circuit condition here to read if we have petroleum. Because if we're absolutely full on petroleum, then we may as well make cubes from petroleum, right? Because we need to get rid of the petroleum for everything to actually work. So I did some kind of circuit magic here just to say very, very simply, like if it's over 45,000, then give me a purple signal. And then if we, why do I have this giving me 15k? I don't know. Can I eat the cubes? Don't they look delicious, right? Like, don't they just look, I don't know. And there may or may not have been there may or may not have been a time where I ordered jelly cubes from a cannabis dispensary, and yeehaw, yeehaw. That's all I'll say. Anyways, so yeah. But yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Like, if I'm reading, they look soft like tofu, right? They really, yeah, they really look good for whatever reason. So I kind of want to understand like what the heck I was thinking with this, and like really, like what am I doing? So this one's reading both the, oh, so it's kind of a latch. That's what it's doing. So I'm saying use this until it goes down 15,000 from the max. So if it's over 45k, which basically 50k is our full. So it's a bit of a latch. So it's saying if it's over 45k, which means it's like 90% full, literally, then I'm gonna add that value of 15,000, and that means it's not gonna stop using purple for the cubes until this drops to 30,000. I don't know, part of me is still kind of just like, why am I not just using light oil? Well, the point is, if we use light oil in this scenario where we're full on petroleum, then the petroleum won't get expelled from the actual refineries, and then we'll get blocked on petroleum production, and we won't be able to use light oil at all. So, but when we're here with like 25,000, like, it just, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just thinking about stuff that doesn't matter at all. Let's get to eggs. What are we doing? All right. You can latch with one decider combinator. Now you've got me distracted. Can't I? I think I should be able to figure this out. I think you're right, Sly Spike. Like, I'm still kind of in the old-fashioned combinator mind. But basically, because I've already done that. Somebody mentioned that, and where did I do that? In my other base, I think. But if we look here, basically we read the petroleum, and we'd say if petroleum is greater than 45,000, then output, we'll use a purple signal like we were before, or purple signal, right? So, but then I have to latch it to itself, right? You just separate those. Well, that's not gonna work. So what am I missing here? Basically I have to say if it's over 45k, or then would I just output this here and basically say like Right, I think this is why we can latch now with one combinator, because you can have 2 outputs. No, that's... No. Oh, you can't. Don't you need less than 45 or magenta and greater than 15K? Or... I think you're right. Thanks. Or magenta but petroleum greater than 35,000 or 30,000, I think. Greater than 0. Right. Thanks, Untouched Wagon. You got my back. Right? Because then we don't need that. So then what that's gonna do is if it gets over 45,000, boom, it turns on. And then if it's on, it'll stay on because of the pink signal until it gets lower than 30,000. No, dude, you actually you did it. Other than your like you said greater than 15K, but it should be greater than 30K. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving like in this episode, I've got a hat. Woo. All right. Anyways, so the point is, with this other setup here, I'm just like adding 15,000 when that signal's on, and then waiting for this to go down. Now it says it's at 65,000, but it's actually at 50K, right? So it would go down to 35,000 actually. Well, it says it's at 65K, but if it was at 35, yeah, I think 35,000 is the right. 30,000. Doesn't really matter. Right. It's adding the red and green signals. These two are, like if I uncheck one of these, then, I don't know, it stops. If I uncheck one of them. But, did I just... Yeah, no, it's still good. But that can be replaced with this now. I'll just wait till these get put there, and then I will... Boom. And then I can delete those. And then I also just have to connect that. Right? And then there we go. Yeah, always like to clean up my circuitry. Yeah, it's good to... Oh, this also should be connected to here. Oh, it is. I'm just gonna move it one away just because. Right now, neither of them are on, but doesn't matter. Actually, this one... Yeah, this one's the opposite signal. It's just saying when pink is 0, it will do light oil, and when pink is 1, it will do this one. So other people have done it. Like, you could do it with clearing the pipe and using the same pipe and setting the recipes. But I just thought, you know what, like, that's still a little bit overly complicated. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love overly complicated stuff, but my brain was hurting, I guess, at that moment. So anyways, eggs of glory. Hold on a second. Let me All right. Heinous. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool in the fact that, like, oh man, I need 2 here, don't I? I need 2 full belts of copper. That kind of hurts me a little bit, because my other game, I only have 1 belt of copper. Right? Well, it's using 60. That's 2 full red belts. So I'm gonna need 2 full red belts to get the kind of copper that I want in my next in my series. Okay, so where are we and what are we doing? I don't know the answer to either of those. Do I have laser turrets though? No. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna take these out. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. but well, I should probably actually take those out also. So maybe it wasn't fun while it lasted. Maybe it's actually genius. Never mind. What I need to do is put down a laser and then ignore. I want to put biter. Sorry, I'll keep it to myself here. Worm, and worm. And that way we're leaving the nests, right? And then ignore unlisted targets. And then give it a little bit of space. Let's do this design right here. I mean, that's all it really takes is like a lot of these. Right? Like that's literally all it takes. In fact, I'm gonna blueprint that. Spider nest capture helper. Sure. And we can put that in defenses. That makes sense. Is my robot port not on? Yeah, that's why. Why are my robots not doing anything? Alright. Yeah, you don't have... Anyways. Okay. Is this where we want to do it? Or do we want to do it over here? Those are a little bit closer. Alright, so I actually have no idea what I'm doing. So if you guys have any pro tips... Hey Sway, how's it going? We are, we're doing jar things, you know what I'm saying? We are about to capture some eggs, finally. After, I don't know, like a week? 3 episodes? We should be able to do this. Yeah, you're... Alright. So, come and get it. Oh. Right, yeah, and that's why I'm like... Oh, Gleba? How are you doing? Whoa, are those just, like, just chilling there? They're like, they're just not doing anything. You won't use more... That's a good pro tip. Thanks, Banana. Thanks, Bananicus. Look at these guys. They're just, like, straight up glitched out. Should I build... I probably shouldn't build artillery just yet. What is their problem? Like, why are they just chilling there? Maybe I should just build another one of these. Like that. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Those stupid boom puffs. These things are dumb. They're dumb. But, I mean, I built that close to them, so... Probably me who's... Yeah, let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of all this garbage here. Okay. It'll fix itself, right? A bunch of robots will come over there. Repair packs and rockets. Are these not targeting? Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, did they like... They like glitched into each other, right? They just somehow like... But whatever. I'm still gonna... Go build in a boom puff forest, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Yes. And hey, Patrick, welcome to Saturday night. Chillin'. Man, the channel is approaching 500. It's like a really huge, really huge like thing for me, you guys. So, you know, this is probably the biggest Christmas present that I could really imagine. I never thought like 2 months ago that, oh, I'll have a channel with 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So you know, just a big heads up. Thanks to you guys. Like, seriously, it means a lot to me. I have so much fun doing this, and y'all are quickly becoming an important part of my life. You know, just the feels. Yeah. So thanks, guys. You're awesome. Yeah, thanks, guys. You know, I appreciate it. I think I have a very different vibe, a kind of a unique vibe, and I love all creators. Sometimes I feel like my content is not as well produced as maybe other creators' content is, but I just keep making it, just keep pumping it out. So I think I need, like, I should get a rocket launcher with just regular rockets. Yeah, thanks. Is eat up RAM. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's an interesting line, Bananicus. Like, yo, thanks, Kalimba. Thanks, yo. Yeah. And you know, in the end, that's, you know, I feel confident in myself, and I'm like, yeah. Quality railguns with quality rockets. Interesting. So that, I hope they fix that then, because that's kind of lame. Yeah, they still be popping. I feel like I should have uranium ammo over here. But yeah, like that's got to be a bug in their 5-leggedness, and then they're glitching in together. You can see there's actually like a strider, I guess, inside of this one. And this guy's just like, ew, look, they're like touching each other. Oh, he's kind of like recoiling. I don't know. He's like, oh, ew. Anyways. Yeah, thanks, you guys. But yeah, thanks for the kind words. Okay, anyways. Rocket launcher, where are you? I got those just chilling down over here. Apparently not. But I'm missing gears, of all things. Gears. It's never a thing that I thought I would be missing, but apparently it is. Because we don't have any gears whatsoever. Just chilling. So that's the thing we probably should have, and now we will. Boom. Wait, no. Boom. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love them. Look, they're merging into one entity. Oh, that's really interesting. I actually didn't have not a clue about that. So that's a good point. Although stone is quite limited here, which is unfortunate. I should probably, but yeah, that's actually really interesting. But I should probably start importing stone. What do you guys think? What's the solution for Gleba with stone? Like, there's so little of it. It's there. It's just kind of like teasing me. Like, oh, 170k there, 140k there, 200k. There's like 300-ish there. Like, do you just drop it from space? Is that like the most feasible solution to the stone problem? Anyways. Rocket capacity of stone and landfill is bad, if I recall. Still something you can do. That'll last a while with mining production and big mine drill. Main solution is artillery before getting high mining productivity. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what my mining productivity is. I should probably be able to get that right now. Well, let's hold off on science until we get some of the let's see if I can trash unrequested. I'm all over the place tonight, aren't I? Ooh, but look at all these things that I don't want to trash. Or maybe if I just trash some of these things myself, then it'll help me clean up a bit. Yeah, get rid of some of that garbage. Pick up your rocket lawn chair, you dang aliens. Okay, wait. Yeah, I came here for... They finally got... Like, level 200 productivity is enough. It is significantly easier with Space Age, even without quality. Right. Main solution is artillery before getting high mining productivity. Oh, they're actually taking those... And what, putting them in here? No, in here. They gotta be... Yeah, there. Yoink! Suckers. Stealing my goods. Whatever, I'll just... I should definitely not do that, but... We'll do that. You know what? In fact, you know what we'll do with this gun? Boom. Sucker. Alright. So now we got rockets. We need regular rockets, not nukes. I don't want to nuke myself. Here we go. Deliver them to me, my robot friends. Yeah, oh yeah. So I'm going to be looking at how I can minimize the space that yellow. I've done my military science build for the new series, and I've done the blue science build, but now we have to do, well, and the red. I kind of skipped red and green. Like, I did it, but I kind of skipped it, and I kind of felt bad after. I was like, oh no, why did I skip it? It was a fun design, but it was just early in the morning, and I don't know why I skipped it. It was a weird decision, but I was like, nobody wants to watch me design eggs. Anyways. Thanks, you guys. You keeping me real, because otherwise I'll just like forget where my hat is, and my brain will fall out or something. But since you don't need expensive space and utility science for it, plus foundries and electromagnetic plants make things even easier. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could, like, especially once you get like production packs or what, there's some red circuits and electric furnaces and other like more red circuits, and then like rails. Like, this is all stuff you could easily make from, yeah, it's just a little bit of plastic, a little bit of red circuits, but this is all stuff you could easily make huge quantities of on Vulcanus. Yeah, no problem over here. All these turrets have fire. Yep. Anyways, so what am I doing over here? I'm trying to rocket specific nests, I think was the point. Well, I have my military, like, thing that I want here. Oh yeah, they're just getting wrecked. I think what I do is I just, like, bring some power out there. Ooh, standing in the spit, not good. Right, like, bring some power out there, and then just build this. Maybe once the fire stops. Ah, screw it. Yeah, that should be totally fine, right? Not a problem at all. Yeah, I mean, probably losing a couple robots. And then, yeah, I can blow up a bunch of these nests while keeping the closest ones. Wow, that's awesome. Those are just bots, right? I'm out of rockets, so you know what? Boom! Nuclear missile, sucker. I should probably request in like 500 rockets, I guess. I mean, I think this is working reasonably well. Do I have... I don't have repair packs. Can you bring me 200 repair packs, please? Upgraded a long time ago. Okay. Man, that's awesome. You must be pretty far in the game. Just pretty cool. Have you gotten like the Prometheus science packs and like done the end game stuff, or are you still on the way there? Here we go. My minions are coming to me. If all this dies here, then whatever. We'll just keep going. Yeah, I don't actually need more Bioflux. Why did I get Bioflux? Why did I request Bioflux in the first place? Especially 100 of it. I don't know, just to have some on me, just because it's kind of cool, I guess. Om nom. Make me run faster? I don't know. Alright. Or the noms, right? I definitely don't need 100 of it though, but yeah. Okay, so now I have rockets, so I can keep doing this blow them up thing. Do I have a laser on me right now? I do. Dag nabbit. I was like, who's shooting that laser beam? Oh, there it is. I didn't even notice it. Anyways. That's all the lasers, right? Making a legendary everything right now. I have Gleba and Achilles stuff left. Decided to put off Prometheum for as long as possible so I don't have to rebuild it. Yeah, I think that's cool. I think that putting off Prometheus is the way to go. Because, you don't want to end the game. I mean, why would you want to end the game? Then the game's over. So, let me capture bot rocket this. I have to put the rocket in on the skin, or else it gets the hose again. We'll start with one. So I just do that, right? Boom! You captured, son. And then what? This kind of thing? I don't know. So this needs... Why did it spawn? Why are they still spawning? Oh, it died because it was hungry. Duh. Okay, so I basically need a requester chest here. This is so filthy. Yeah. You need to feed it Bioflux, right? I'm just like, the person who told you about train to belt throughput being largely irrelevant endgame. Oh, okay, Bananicus. Yeah. Definitely. And that made sense. And I haven't even gotten there. So you're probably just looking at this like, why does this even matter? Like, which is totally understandable, right? Like, spider egg handling. We just got it. Let's get that too. And then we could probably get the soil. Ooh, and the biolabs. I think I want the biolabs first before even the product 3. Okay, so this, we need Bioflux. Where are you? Just keep Bioflux in there. Trash and requested. Request from buffer chests. Excellent. Yes, my friends, we have eggs. 35 of them. That's actually kind of scary. What are we gonna do with them? How long do they last? They only last for half an hour. That's scary. Is there any way to like slow them down? Yeah, that's way too much. Okay, so what do we do with the biter eggs? think is kind of the... Well, right now, nothing. We process them fast. Hey, Mr. Man, that's right, we do. Whoa, hello, hello, and a merry ho-ho. Yeah, so we can make nutrients from them. So that would probably be like the thing we could do. Yikes. They spawn into what? A big biter. So not the worst situation, but like... I also don't really want them to be active providered yet. Maybe a passive provider makes more sense. Because we'll just put them in there and then we'll request them out when we want. And if they stay in there, then that's fine because turrets everywhere. It's kind of gloomy in here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, like we can't do biolabs just yet. But we can do... Right, so we can have a bit of a like we can have a bit of a priority. What am I trying to say here? First of all, bioflux. How much do I have? Lots. Yeah, that makes sense. Should limit the inserters. Can you hook this up? You can't connect a wire to that. Well, how do you limit the inserters, Sly? Because, like, you have to keep feeding it bioflux. Which is totally fine. But then, like, do they not spoil when they're in there? Like, if they're just chilling in there, do they not spoil? Is it only when they get pulled out that they spoil? Eggs don't spoil inside nests. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So we could... They do. They do or they don't. That's something I feel like we should figure out. Well, let me put these in here. And... like, because I guess when you make them into a stack, then they all spawn, they all spoil at the same time? Or do they still have individual... They do not spoil inside the nests. So, like, if I take out a half stack right now, and look at them, it's literally been 30 minutes. So you're absolutely right. They do not spoil when they're inside the nest. So I can leave this and it'll just fill up, right? Like, it'll fill up to 100. Yeah, right? That's absolute bonkers. So what we should do is we should, like, read the signal, read the logistics requests, and then we should say the whole stack spoils at the same time. Yeah, what I did is request a single stack into a buffer chest, then incinerate a few when there is less than a stack. Or just have this with an override stack size of 1. And then only, like, well, that's the thing is, like, I can set this to request. I could be very controlled with this, where we only take out what is being requested. But that being said, like, right now, spoilage. We need to take out spoilage. So let me use a filter on one of these. Clocks are fun, right? Like, that's kind of a thing I was thinking of too. And then we can put an active provider on spoilage. Spoilage can definitely go out. Right, there you go, Banana. We got you. You got me. We're all in this together. I had no idea you could read logi requests. Yeah, that's That's a thing that I also like when I was looking at read logistics requests, reads the unsatisfied requests. And so I've kind of made me rethink a little bit of my requesting, like because I use buffer chests to request like all of the chain signals back into the buffer chest for the chain signals. And then, yeah, but that just means that there's like this huge 2,350 unsatisfied request there. So I was like, well, if I used an automall, for example, then it would be trying to build all of the, like all of those things that are just being pulled into the buffer chest. So it's an interesting thing to think about, which I haven't really had to consider before, but maybe using the buffer chest in this manner is not the best thing. Yeah, storage chest with the logistics filter is nice, but it, like, the example there was, hold on, let me just not spoil my eggs while I'm talking here and taking a sip of my beverage. The thing with the storage chest is that you can only store 48 stacks, right? And it does prioritize the bots to put it there. But then if you have, say, 60 stacks of something, you'll go fill up that storage chest first. But then you'll have like a different storage chest that isn't filtered, for example, with the remainder, and the remainder will never get pulled out of there. Yeah, look at how many fish I have. How do I have so many dang fish? I should be breeding them and burning the extra. I'm just sitting here looking at my trash like, oh, well, I don't have an egg timer. There's no problem. So anyways, we could easily burn them. But let me see, like, again, okay, Biolab, why are you not researching? What's going on over here? Are we missing something from the research for biolabs? Military. Did we just get Gleba science packs? Like, you're not putting in Gleba science packs for some reason? Oh, because you have spoilage in there. Oh, so that's something I actually didn't consider with this design at all. Is the spoilage inside? Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's actually a design flaw of this system. A major design flaw. Like we just have that. Which is not really that hard to solve. Like we can move this up and then we can have just a spoilage. Each slab requires spoilage output. Yeah, so if we put this here, on all of them, we can fix that, and then we'll come up with a design to fix that on the other side. Easy enough there. Yeah, interesting thought, right? So for those two it's solved, but then for the rest of them, you will have better labs soon. Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. Which is like literally what we're trying. Please, please, please. But that being said, then we just need this basically on these two and this one. Oh, and then we can actually do it this way as well. So that's kind of handy. We only need it every second. Well, there's a space there, so let's go here, here, and then copy, paste, delete. Oh, did I not set the filter on these ones? I didn't. So please don't start putting... No, 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 no. That's fine. They'll be recycled because of my recycling system, but derp is the herp, and oops. Cool. I think this was, yeah, here, and then that's already taken care of. So is that all of them taken care of? Except this one over here. Oh, and yeah, would you just not, please? Thank you very much. And then these, this one here and this one here, I think. Yeah, that other one's taken care of. Okay, now help me spot the labs that aren't taken care of. Ah, these ones. Of course. Because these ones are sharing that chest, but these ones here are not. I think that should do it. That should help me be actually doing science now. Oh yeah, we're doing it. We should put our spoilable science packs on a sushi belt, so if they spoil, we can yank them off as they go around. Yeah, that's actually absolutely true. I just kind of have this system. The other system is like have them requested here and then pull out spoilage here, and then it's kind of. What if I choose not to help? Well, that's fine. I'll do it anyways. Yeah. The left ones. Is there still? Oh yeah. These far ones. Thank you. And that should be it now. This one's up there. These ones are all there. Yeah. Totally cool. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Kalimba. Appreciate it. Got my back. What's going on with this one? It just doesn't have... Are we dropping the space sign, the science down? I think we are. Yeah, I think we are actually right now. We're actually picking it up. Would you maybe just go to Nauvis with what you have before it spoils? And then we'll come back. How much is it? It's only 1,000. So actually he's got something like 1,000 on him right now. So we're definitely gonna be good. So this does fill up here full of 100. Yeah, and it just keeps going, keeps consuming, but it doesn't do anything more. But why isn't it filling up with bioflux? Is that just like a thing where... Okay, don't forget the eggs. Is that just like a thing because it's still got 9 and it won't put more than 9 automatically? I'm guessing so. Automation insertion limit 5. Yeah, okay. It says right there. Okay, let's see here. Spoilage getting burnt. Bioflux is basically fuel, right? Yeah, that means we've got research going pretty much on all of these right now. Like, there's nothing else that I can do with that, right? But I think we're going to try to do something smart where we check the requests and then only put it in the passive provider chest when there's a request. That might be a little bit staggered though. Like, I had that kind of same issue with the trains, because if you wait until the very last second, ooh, this is completely done now. Actually, that's really cool. Capturedness is a fancy burner building. Biofluxes. Right. And this is an interesting problem to solve here, is like, how do you deal with a final countdown? How do you deal with this final train station here? I think I could do something like kind of, yeah, I can just tell you to go there and stay there for 15 seconds at least. And then you should automatically pick up, okay, cool, we got biolabs. So you should automatically pick up what's left. Oh, and this is so old, it's not even bulk inserters. Let's actually change this to 45 seconds. We'll just make sure that all of this is done. And then it should know what to do, I think, automatically after that. Yeah, this is so old. Oh, okay, because they're flying across, like, from over there or something. They're still not spoiled. We got some time. Inactivity for 5 seconds. Is that a thing on trains? I'm just gonna change that for a second. Oh yeah, inactivity. Okay, cool. There, so now it knows where to go. And it doesn't go there, because it's like, well, there's nowhere to go. They're actually all full. So that's totally fine. But at least it will go and drop itself off in the future. Okay, so we have the research done. We can actually pull this right out. So let me just get that. It's important. Gotta clean up our mess here. It was a good train station. That iron station there served me for many years, or hours, I guess. And then we want this here, and that should be good. Let's just double check our placement on there. Where's my train book? Why did my train book disappear again from here? There's no benefit to lane balancing for train loading. You may only need belt balancing. Right. Like that lane balancer that was there, you're saying, Banana. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's right on track. Literally. Oh. This one not, but that's fine. I'll leave it there. Okay, cool. That's really nice to see. We're gonna have to watch this hole, and if we need it, we will make a new train station there. But until then, yeah, kind of pointlessly larger. Right. Yeah. It should just be this regular balancer. Which, tell me, Banana, isn't this wrong? Didn't I do this wrong? Like, doesn't it need to be with this? Biolabs. Thanks. Biolabs. Less balancing is better. Upload train straight into furnaces and balance on the way out. Balancing both sides of the smelters is overkill. Oh, that's interesting. Like balancing here. Well, especially when I'm putting the recycler on that side of it, I feel like balancing is necessary. Because then if I push a bunch in here, then at least these 4 lanes will go into the other 3 lanes, I think, right? But I don't know. I'm always open. for train unloading but not loading. Ah, so here it should actually be lane balanced like I did over here, but not on the loading side of it. Well, no, shouldn't it be? Because like let's look at one of our bigger ones, right? Like, well, this is 2, well, this is just a 2-laner. And I have a 3 going into 2, but like, shouldn't it be balanced so that each one of these gets, like, each group of these gets the same amount as the other one? That's kind of important, right? I guess not really, because it'll just push it out, right? Like, if this one fills up first, then as long as they're connected, then it will just push into the other ones and then fill up the train equally. Interesting. All right. Let's turn these biter eggs into biolabs here before I end up getting blown up by them. Okay, so biter eggs, uranium, labs, and capture bot rockets with concrete. Concrete's easy. Let's make a facility. Talking about belt balancing. Oh yeah, lane balancing was the question. The questionable ethic. We should have this one here. Whoops. No. We're talking about this one. Oh no, this is still the full city block. This is the one I want. There we go. And that's coal. So we probably should have coal going around instead of just like right through this one. Should we do something about that? I don't think so. I think what we need here is... Is there anything that... Like, can we make this... We can only make it in here. Okay. And we have that stuff down there, so we're actually pretty close. So how many biolabs do I want? And labs themselves. I don't actually have labs being made anywhere. So gears and belts. But we also need... Maybe we need to do this in a different spot. We do have over here, actually. Right? And then that way we can get greens down here quite easily. We probably don't even need that many, but like, how many biolabs does this thing need? 0.12, so 1 every 10 seconds, roughly. Just this will do like 5. I guess this will do 5, right? I guess the thing is that we basically want to produce these at first, but then we don't care about producing them later, right? So it's like, I kind of want to be able to turn off that, because like you can't check them if they're in stock, because, well, maybe we do want to just have a stock of these in case we want to, like, yeah, 2 plus 5, like we oh, you can actually rocket, you can put these up in a rocket? So you could actually bring these to Vulcanus and do research on Vulcanus? Is that a thing? Because, like, then you could totally... Anyways. So what we need is then belts. Yeah, buildable only on Nauvis, right? But rocket capacity is 1. Oh, right. Okay, I see what you mean. Oh, wow, I think we're actually completely out of copper here. That's also really cool, actually. I should probably come back to this, but I can't help myself. I'm gonna leave it. No, I'm not gonna leave it. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, so if it's to keep up with the lane balance input. Right, so it's like they don't put onto both sides of the belt, but they do take from both sides of the belt. What the heck are you doing? Did I just like turn this to manual at some point and just leave it? I guess. Ah, and placed. Interesting. Why do we have so much copper? We shouldn't. Probably because of the lack of parking. The desire for copper with the lack of actually parking for it. Which should be changed. Inactivity of 5 seconds. Sure, it can say and. Don't even automate the new labs. Right. Like there's no point, right? Like, just request. Just do this. And request, or make. Just make some stuff. It's actually requesting them in there, because yeah, and we don't even need to make them. And then these, basically the same thing, right? Like just make them like this. And we've got most of the ingredients. Yeah, we've got all of the ingredients. So like, what am I doing? Yeah, we definitely don't, we definitely don't need to do that. We've got capture bot rockets. Less than 3. What are we waiting for here? Bioflux? That's on the way. I'll check it out. Did you solve it way overproducing recipes that have long crafting times? I saw someone say you need a dummy condition at the bottom. I'm just reading their Discord there. Pretty interesting stuff. Love that you guys are working through that. We probably could even look at that. I don't even know if this is irrelevant. I have been in and out. Eggs can hatch in robots during flight, so you want to have... Right. And that's like... I actually want to make... Yeah, my eggs are getting pretty close to hatching. And they're probably going to hatch like right here, actually. Right? Because this is where most of them are. Let's actually just like turn off this request. Oh, no. Let's just request all the eggs in right now before we have problems. Cool. That's like the big stuff. And then where's my burners? Yeah, I got heat and towers, so just give me... some burners. 10 of them even. How many are on the way? 36. Right. So I just want to be careful not to pull them out when I don't want them. And how many of these biolabs do we have? 5? Can you bring me a burner, please? There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. Get out of here. Like literally 2 minutes remaining, but that will burn them all. Right? So then all we have to do is keep feeding this bioflux and we'll be totally fine. And that's not an issue. I think I'm gonna step that up to 250 just to make sure. Well, I guess it's kind of the stacks, right? Like, how do we manage that? Put quality modules in the assembler. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can get more. We probably want like what, 40? 40 is probably more than enough. Okay, and so now how do we manage this then? Basically, I think I could say I could make like a simple circuit. And this could be, we could just easily do like a buffer chest. And then basically just say eggs. Yeah, requester off when biolabs greater than X. Right. Because like we could just store 10 in here. Like and then if I go and place one or two of them, then it will start to request into here. I kind of like maybe it's the other way around where we have the buffer chest here and then we have the requester chest here. And I don't think I need to separate it. It's nice to have this stuff just in there, but then I think I would probably like to, I don't know, like if each one of these is 10 and what is the stack size? Is 100 maximum? And how long do they take to make? 10 seconds, so 100 seconds. I think if I was to do something like, say, what is my deficit? Either request a maximum of my deficit times 10. Like if I had 32 biolabs here and I wanted 40, that means I'd want 8 more, so I could request a maximum of 80 eggs or a full stack, whichever is less. And then if I did that, I would never request more than a stack, and I would just keep building, and I would have everything else. Everything else is easy enough to get. So it's just a matter of waiting for the eggs to show up. So right? Like, is that overly complicated? Probably. Does it sound like fun? Sort of. Requester off when biolabs, like we could just do that. Like if we just said, but then does stuff get taken out when the requester is off? So like, let's just say I do a request here. Let's just say I do a request of 10 and then I say trash unrequested. It is overly complicated. Yeah. And then if I do that and I have just a check mark and that's coming in, and then I enable disable when there's check mark is greater than 0. Okay, so it's enabled now. Web is fine, it's chilling. They're even more glitched out. Right. Yeah, so it doesn't turn off. So I guess the point is, I think the easiest way would just be, but what if the factory must grow, right? I think the easiest way would just be to do this, where we say, we don't even need to do this, we just need to do this. And basically say stack size of eggs. Right? Oh, frigate. Let's just even do like times 50. But we don't even need to do that. Let's just do this. And just say eggs Where are you? Where are you, eggs? Eggs times 50. And then set requests. Okay, and then cancel that request. And then over here we just say we could do use filters eggs, and then we could connect this to the green wire, and we could say, well, how many, let me just see if I can check how many eggs are being requested here. With the constant combiner, green wired up to this, say read requests. So does it actually display the eggs, or where does it display the, yeah, 50. So then what I can do is say it'd say use set filters of eggs. No, because that's going to take all of them. What I could do is say, I could pretty easily just say, if, you know, filter it out, like eggs is greater than 0, then input the input count of eggs. And then use that to set the filter. I think that works. The southeast. Yeah, the factory does need to grow, but like we don't really need much more of a factory than this. Except for, okay, so let's see here. Let's see how this works now. I guess the point is I'm just trying to like be able to tightly control when I want to bring eggs out. Because if I have something to build with the eggs, then I want to pull it out and then build it with the eggs. Right, so I actually need to set filters. And override stack size. Well, we can use filters just as eggs. That's totally fine. Right? There. Why is it still unloading eggs? Yeah, no. So why was it... There was no signal, but it was still... Well, we can also do this. Right? So now, if I switch this... Okay. Okay, so we don't have any more. And they're just being turned on the way 50. So I think that's actually pretty good, right? Because now they can't really spoil in the hands. They're going straight to here. And they're being turned into biolabs immediately. And then we could do... Yeah, they can spoil in flight. But they can't... Hold on. I'll be right back. 1 second here.
Like and subscribe.
Wait. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, Untouchable, that's, you were egging so hard right now. Yeah, you got me. I'm egging. Oh, nice, we got an uncommon one. Ah, so we got 30 eggs in there. So I think, I think I'd still like to do some sort of math to say, like, well, does this count? 22? They don't, actually. But I think oh, there is no any quality on this now, on this signal anyways. But that's fine. So what I'd like to see is on the way 20. Yeah, and if a few of them chill in here, then that's totally fine. But they should be getting picked up. But yeah, like what I'd like to say is just kind of automate this and say, look, hey, look, over here. Biolabs minus 40. Because right now I'm just requesting that 50. Oh, we actually ran out. That's interesting. Does it make 5 at once? Oh yeah, it does. So they're coming in slowly but surely. But basically I'd like to say, if there's 40 biolabs in there, then I'd like to say 40 minus biolabs, right? So 40 is just the number we're given, the magic number. And then we can set that to there, and we can say, wait, I don't know why I would do that. So 40 minus biolabs equals E for eggs, and then we do eggs times 10, and then we set that as a egg symbol. So we're looking, because we have 35 in here right now, 25, we're looking for 15, which means E for eggs, yes, which means then we can set that automatically, right? So now this will only request when it'll only request eggs when this needs eggs to produce, and everything else will be totally fine. And we'll still have some turrets in here. We don't actually need a heating tower to burn them, which, don't get me wrong, I like burning yeah, I like the idea of burning my enemy tangled eggs. So anyways, we don't need that anymore, and that's totally fine. I think we're 100% here. So now we take some of these and we go designing, right? So where should we design? Probably here. Like, should we probably just pull this out? I don't know. We'll design first, and then we'll pull it out later. So let's get over there and see what we can come up with. Great. So any wise guys over here with an idea of how this should be done? Like, I think that could go like that. And then if we have another one here, tileable. How many science packs are there? There's more than 5, right? Like, like there's more than 5 belts worth. There's also 2 more. So there's actually 6 belts worth of science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we kind of need like a 6th belt, maybe going like this, and then we have something like this. Does that make sense? That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And then you kind of just do it like a long... Can you chain these? I don't think I'd want to, but... Well, I guess you wouldn't want to duplicate the science on... But you could go up and then down, and that would also give us the effect of looping the agricultural science packs, right? So we could do something like... Maybe we do stacks just so we can... Just to say we did stacks. And then these we just filter. Remember to account for spoilage, right? Like that's the first thing I'm thinking about here. We do that and we just say spoilage there. Yeah, Sly Spike, you got my back. Dig it, I dig it. Yo, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop bop. All right, so right, so I think that is the plan. Is just have like the gleba be there. I don't know. I guess that doesn't work necessarily because there's gonna be 2 science packs on there. So if I try to filter, well, wait, wouldn't that work? Wouldn't that work? Like if I just said, what do I have on me? Do I have some spoilage? I do, yeah. So let's just use spoilage as an example. Let me illustrate my problem. Let's use a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of bioflux. Right? Like that's not gonna mess with the sides. And then if I just take, I don't know, a little bit of constant combinators. It's also not gonna mess with anything. And then when I put spoilage on, boom, it goes over there. Okay, okay. I just had to like test that for myself. I'm like, wait, won't it do jank stuff? No, it won't. So then we can do this and have spoilage on the outside. And just for the heck of it, put that there. Right? And then we should be able to actually like do this, which should, well, let's get power in there right away. Let's also get lights. I think we're gonna need stacks, 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 and stacks. This is pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, we still have to get all of the science on each belt, which we'll probably do in a similar way of just like requesting it in, especially if we are bringing it in from heaven later. But like that can be, we can, you know, we could pretty easily do, I think, something like this. Nice, Abor. Good to see you. Hello and welcome. It's yeah, it's good to see you. So if we could do that, and then we kind of have to do this like this. Right? Like something like that would work, right? Let me just put each one in a different one. Or should we do something different? Is that weird? It's not weird, right? It's not too weird. It's a little weird, but... and then we need this one as well. right? And just, I don't know. It's a little weird, don't get me wrong. But like I always say, everybody's got to be a little weird sometimes. Where's the cargo landing pad? You can only build one cargo landing pad per map, right? Yeah, you cannot build another one. So I think we can put science. I mean, we could put science going this way. Do I really need more than a full block? I mean, we could do like 2 blocks. We could do like a real long boy this way. Nothing wrong with that. And how is this doing over here? It's got 1 egg in there. So what if we put a burner over here and we just say filter eggs, and then we just also, if we also check here, I think we can kind of use this as a check, right? Like if we just did this, can inserters take out of input slots? I'm sure hoping they can right now. And then we just, it's cooked. Yeah. We're cooked here, guys. No, it was bio, like we can do right, so that's interesting. Can inserters take out of inputs? Just let him spawn. He's friend shaped. No. I mean, I'm sure that's fine. There's never going to be less. There's never going to be more than 10. But still. Okay, let's just test it right now by like copying that, pasting it there. And I'm pretty sure at this point, based on the comments, it's not going to work. But we'll see. Yeah, no, definitely not. Dang it. So what we could do is do just that. Whoa, what is everybody doing? Oh, plastic. What are you doing with all the plastic? Putting it all in here. I don't think I actually need to request plastic here. Yeah, maybe not. That should be like a Vulcanus import, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change that to Vulcanus. And you're gonna add Vulcanus imports. And like we don't really need any of these anymore. These come from there. And then what was I looking for? Plastic. 2000 plastic. Are you gonna be okay with that? I think so. Or maybe this could just go on Gleba. Right? So just because we have so much more room on this ship right now, we're gonna bring in the but then this doesn't, well, it does work if this is set to Gleba, right? And that won't be a problem because there's only one. Well, it will try to load up. Yeah, that doesn't work actually. Well, either way, we want this to be here. And we want to make sure that it's being imported from the right place. But we don't want this on this. We want this on Vulcanus. He's just so full. We're almost at the point though. I don't think we actually need artillery shells anymore because we're building them on Gleba and Nauvis, which are the only planets that we actually need them on. Yeah, love it, love it. I was thinking about that. I'm like, you know, why not do that, right? You know me, I like to overly complicate things. But basically, yeah, then... So if we set this... This could also be the... Well, that's biter eggs. 40 minus that is equal to E. So we could actually just use... We could just use the biolab signal, and then we could have this be output as a biolab signal, right? And then we can even set the recipe with this. And let's see, there we go. I think that burned it. And this one only should be any quality of biolab, right? And then, yeah, I have to take out the other ingredients too, which actually isn't a problem though, because if I just make an active provider and then do this and blacklist eggs, then all the other ingredients will go out and they'll pretty much just go right back in here. So now we have this thing empty. So that's cool. But the only thing left is to say, well, first of all, what's up with this mess? Okay, this... output is eggs. So we can, yeah, we can use that signal, and then we can say eggs is equal to 0. So only when there's no request for eggs do we just burn the rest. And that's cool. That's completely fine. And, you know, I actually like that. Some might say it's a little bit overly complicated for... I could have just crafted them all by hand. I'm looking at you, Banana. But no, seriously. I mean, to each their own, and like... I just like to overly complicate things. That's just the way I roll. So anyways, I think we can basically copy and paste this at this point, if I can copy and paste properly. And yeah, that should work, the exception of this. And then that will actually bring in the biolabs, and we should see this requesting more eggs. Yeah, absolutely. I love that attitude, Sly. Like, that's definitely how I like to roll. It's just, I like to put a lot of thought into things, and then I know that, like, for Factorio, like, I'm going to play this again, and I'm going to use that again, and bada bing, bada boom. We're going to have that for long term. And I'm just kind of curious now, is this going to be exactly... It looks like it's still requesting more eggs than it needs. Right? Because now, if we could do more, I think, to try to clear that sooner. Yeah, it's requested now. But are there any eggs then? Biter eggs. So where did these go is the question. Right. There's 9 there. But then where are all the other... And is the request for those nil right now. Because if the request for them is nil, then we can just like... let's just do a filter basically on here. Yeah, so the request is nil. So then what I can do... well, I don't want to request more eggs because then they'll get pulled out. But we do have 21. And they're over here, right? So there's 12 here and there's 9 in the other one. So that's a little bit of an issue. But I guess we could make a storage can with a filter on it. This is just like stacking problems on problems. And then just anytime they get placed in there, boom. Right? And then I can just like cancel these. That's probably the easiest way. And like if honestly if they die in here, like this is not an issue to me at all. And did that actually... Yeah, it did. That burned those 12 later eggs. So if they go to put them in a storage container, it's gonna be this storage container, and they're just gonna get burned immediately. Still with the glitched out. Anyways, we're gonna have to like fly there physically, and I don't know. We need to... Oh, here we go. Medium Stomper gets absolutely roasted. We need a better plan to deal with stuff on Gleba for sure. But anyways, I think that's pretty cool. So, question then, deploy a Spidertron. That's a good idea. Do I have what it takes to just build one there? I think so. Yeah, we should absolutely have an army of Spidertrons on Gleba for sure, because yeah, if shit hit the fans here, then like, yeah, we definitely don't want problems. So right now we got like small problems, but like I could see this being big problems later, you know? Anyways, just kind of cool looking at my big stacks. Big stacks. Holy smokes, we have so much. Anyways, do we have what it takes to build a Spidertron? Like, no, we don't, because we don't have fish here, right? But like, we could export some fish. You have to get fish there, yeah. But like, do we have everything else? Is maybe a good question. We don't have portable fission reactors. Maybe we just... Yeah, no. Just cancel that. Like, these two are the easy ones. These ones... Those ones are the hard ones. Harder. I guess they're not really that hard. Do we have electric engines here? I actually don't think we're building electric engines. We should be. Are electric engines built in anything other than... No, they're not. I think they're pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Yeah, they are. So we basically just need circuits. We can like request in circuits. I don't know, it seems like a decent amount. Request in circuits and put that on the belt. This is a complete detour, by the way. But I guess the question is, guys, chat, how many biolabs does a biolab need to be truly a biolab? So how many biolabs should I build? I guess you guys said like it goes really fast, right? So don't get me wrong, I like when things go really fast. This should probably be on the other side. No, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to do something just god awful. Like, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to just do this. That's really what I'm trying to do. That'll be circuits. And then we'll have engines here. How many beacons can you put around a biolab if you want it to go real fast? Like, do we want it to go like mind-boggling fast? Like, is that a thing? Yeah. And then we also need to get productivity modules 3 going on. But anyways, steel pipes and gears, right? So why don't we just pour pipes and gears? Why don't we just take this, turn it sideways? Just because lube's right there. And then like pour pipes and gears. Where are my foundries? Here we go. Maybe this is like way overkill, but something in my heart tells me it's the right thing to do. And then what we want to do is be 1, 2, 3 down. So we can just do this. Yeah, like something tells me this is the most absurd thing yet. And I think that's why I like it. This is 6 per second. So yeah, this is totally absurd. Yeah, absolutely mind-bogglingly absurd. But that's kind of how we roll sometimes here in the Jar fam. And we just do molten iron. We won't need much of it. Maybe we could do that, and then we can do that, and then that way we can do that. I don't think we need a stack, but like we're almost at the point where everything should be stacks just because. And then this, just give me like 20 calcite and 250. Do we really? Oh, but buffer chest. Oh yeah, I found the name of that sci-fi series I was thinking of. Legion of the Damned. It's a foreign legion in space with cyborgs piloted by brains in a box. So that's like, they're kind of like my relatives, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's what we need here. And it's pipes that need the most. And then we just need steel. Right? And we could just request steel in. Yeah, we could pour it too, but I don't know. There's got to be a limit to the insanity. What's your science production rate? Probably like -5. Is that even a thing? I don't know why, just up. Anyways. Okay, so we're almost there with just the quick side detour that we were doing. Actually, I just gotta match these. I just gotta match them. Right? And then these go out, and out. And then here we can say, give me a buffer chest of electric engines. Make sure you use the filter. And then only when electric engines are less, what's the stack size? 50? Less than, let's say 2,000. I don't think we need that many, but they're basically free. And then this will just request all of them over here, because that's how we roll. And yeah, the only thing we're missing now is the green goo. That's easy enough. There we go. Oh, and steel needs to be requested in from a buffer chest. Cool. So yeah, science production rate. Let's check science, fluids, science, packs. Doesn't tell me. Items. Am I not producing any? Is that why? Yeah, science packs. So I'm getting like just less than 1 per second when I'm actually doing it. Well, I guess I'm peaking at like 220 per minute, which is what? 4 per second, I guess? So yeah, I'm not getting too much. I mean, production is like pretty low. But I mean, that needs to be upgraded, right? Like all of this stuff is, I mean, here I have rate calculators. So like this is we're looking at about like 5 per second. This one's doing 2.5 per second, which is probably our bottleneck. It could use, all of these could use speed modules. I could completely speed module this whole thing. Like, yeah, well then just do it, right? Do I have enough for that? Apparently, yeah, so that's cool. Did I not get rid of that canister of stuff over here that we had before? I feel like I did, but I saw a robot anyways. So yeah, no, we only have those. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think like if we were to just like we could do like starting, well, let's just see like how wide this is anyways. Right, like it's not wide at all. Do I want to cross the sacred path? That's not an issue. Right, and I guess we were saying, oh, we were saying this is going to come around, right? Which, like, do they really need to? Well, yeah, at least the Gleba ones do. Well, so we'll just figure that out once we figure out how long we want it to be. Because, yeah, then that just means, like, some of this should be done a little bit differently. Right? I mean, it looks even weirder now. And this one's missing, actually. So that doesn't quite work. We just have to do it a little bit weirder with this one here. Oh, and this one too. Interesting. Well, yeah, and so this doesn't work. I'm not impressed. If I'm gonna do a circle, I don't think I really need a circle except for the Gleba, though. Now that I think of it, I'm like, well, right? Like the rest can be a U. The rest can still come up here and then come down, just so I don't have to unload them onto both sides of the belt, which seems weird. Right? But then, and if I want to, for some of these, I can like especially this one, like I could make this just be a belt straight in. I don't know. Point is, I don't think these need to be extended, only that one. And I think what I'll do is I'll just build it over here. No beacons, full prod, 220 science per minute. I'm getting about 9 biolabs. Well, right. So like, how does this even say? It doesn't say actually. No beacons, full prod, 220 science per minute. So if I'm looking at, like, how much did I say? I'm about the same, right? So we're kind of at the same rate. If I even just this kind of and go per minute. Well, this one could do 450 per minute. And how much can we do military per minute? 300. These could be upgraded though, actually. That whole line should be upgraded. And this can probably be upgraded too, because this is the speed modules too. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. That's really, really smart. I like it. Yeah, so I mean, we can like totally max this stuff out. But that being said, like, I think what we're gonna do is just build like a big. And I think I want to do it here. I think I want to get rid of my recycling. Maybe, I don't know. We just move this to be like over here. And then that way this can just get moved to right here. And then we can just copy and paste this. I guess I'd like to copy and paste the, like this part would be the whole shabam. What's in the way? A tree. How are you causing me so many problems here, tree. Yeah, and then for now, like, what is that? 20? So that should easily solve our science problems for a while. Right? And then basically this is actually almost lined up to bring these still in for now. So I think we just disable these all. I don't really want to we just cancel the request. I think productivity shouldn't be factored in. I think we just say no, I don't actually want these here. Well, these are buffer chests. They should probably be requesters. Okay, let's see here. Like we definitely can get some of these in by belt for now, but I would like to maintain the ability to maybe I should move these up. So that I can just have this whole thing be in line. Right? And then that way I can just continue with these like straightforward. Okay. What can I don't think I really need to. So it'll be these two that I don't need just yet. I can always enter these a bit later. This is just such a mess the way that this is set up. I really don't like it. I think I'm still cool with this one. But even this, like, can we just put this here and here so it's not so crazy? Right? And then we're belting 3 of these in. So we can, like, we could do one of them pretty close. Just to have this set up for later, right? And then we could do, like, this one we could do here. And that doesn't need to be there then, right? Which means we could actually just move this one over. And request in all of the... Who's getting destroyed? Jerks. Still trying to kill that one turret. Anyways. So then this one I'd like to say is the greens on the top, which means this one needs to be greens. And this is just going to request in all of them. Like, all of them. How is there none? They're in requester chests. There's very, very little, actually. Yeah, it's mostly the big ones. And this just be set up for later, because even if we're requesting them over there, then that's totally fine. And then this one can be here. And we could do like that at the earliest for this one. Right, so green, this one needs to be red. We'll just say all of the science packs. And then this one could be over here. So this one is then blues. And this one is military. All right, all right. Around 13 if that's the case. Okay, so if I put the productivity modules in there, yeah, like we've got more than enough, which is totally cool. That'll last us for a while. Right, and then this one is actually the furthest along, which is going to be purple on this side and yellow on the top. Okay, and then yellow on the top, which goes on the bottom. And then this, being that these are not actually belted, then we can just do that. Oh, these need to be upgraded, these belts, in a big way. It's totally fine though. Right? But then we don't have this one injecting into there. So maybe if we put this here, then we can have something like this. And then this one would be What's the one with Gleba? Okay, well first, yeah, space, and then let's say this one should be space, and this should be Vulcanus, right? And then these should be electromagnetic and goobers. There we go. And I think that actually means, interesting that we request from buffer chests. All of these should be requests from buffer chests. We'll just kind of try by trial by error over here. And those two are not done yet. Oh yeah, that's a problem. Oh, that's where all the science packs have gone. Kind of want to trash request it, but I kind of also don't want to trash my lasers. I think I just request them. That's the play. Request request one of those, and actually frick, I'll request 5 of these, 4 of them if I have those, which I don't. And then personal laser. So who's still there? Who's still chilling on this this Saturday evening? And if so, what are you doing? What's going on in your world? How's your Saturday been? And are you doing anything for the holidays? There we go. That way I can... Yo, XO, he's still in the house. What's up? What's up? You know, we just chilling. You playing Factorio 2, XO? Oh, okay, cool. That's actually so cool. We should take a detour and take a look at that pretty soon here. Maybe you can hang out with some friends, Patrick. Right on. Cool, so we actually have like all of them plugged in now? Why are they not coming back around? Ah, so this should be out one and then back there. I think I've got almost all the kinks. Just being family for Christmas. That's cool. I think I'm gonna try to do like I don't know, couple hours stream on Christmas Day. That's awesome, XO. That's really interesting. Yeah, I think I'd like to maybe check that out in the stream actually pretty soon here. So I can't stop playing with the hat thing. It's like, yeah, that would, I think that is valid. Like, I think that would be very interesting. Yeah, there we go. We've got all of this. So we could just literally pull this all out. This is old news science. Thank you very much for your support. Science facility, you've done great. You are no longer, you are out of commission. See if there's anything else that we could just kind of like test run. Maybe rocket fuel? Oh, are they doing it? Should we do productions? Like level 2 prod, that's easy enough. And we could probably beaconize them too to get the speed back. Aren't labs the best place to put productivity? Yeah, I think that is true. I'm not a scientist though, so there we go, just to keep that gap closed. But yeah, that's pretty thick. That's pretty juicy. If you ask me, I'm pretty stoked about that. Like, look what we've done, guys. We got the eggs. Oh, I need all of them to come back. That's right. That was part of the design. It's kind of unfortunate that they will go out of the onto the path, but I think I'm okay with that, with them going on onto the path. Just for now. Science can mess with the sacred path. There we go. Now we will actually get the science that we were looking for. Yeah, this is the science we were hoping to get out of it all. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And what the heck, let's enqueue that one as well. Cool. Gleba alert. So we're good. We're good on that. I think we could take a quick peek. I got about half an hour left before I'm going to sign off. And you know, we could do level 3 modules, but I think I would like to take a peek at the other stuff here. So let me see here. I'm going to go to my test place and wait. Did I save the game? Oh, I just saved over my test place. Oopsie doopsie. Oops. Big brain move. So that's fine. We can always have another test place. Yeah. That's a bit of a derp. That's a little bit of a derp. I guess I didn't have anything specific I was working on there, and I do have a couple older backups of it, but yeah. Don't save again over another one. Let's make sure I actually save this where it should be saved. And then let's get out of here before I break anything else. Anyways. Let me see about test place. Sync mods and load. Alright, let's jump into here with editor extensions and let's import this. Let's import this blueprint and take a look at it. Yo, Green, do you have a version that you're working on that we would like to take a look at? Is it that other one still, or have things kind of cooked up a little bit? Making one right now. Perfect. Okay, let's jump in here. Alright, so we're in the test world. And import. Okay. Alright, so this is our print. I'm gonna just slap a mega. And we don't need that, so we can just take a look here. So what is this doing? We're filling up the storage chest with basic ingredients, right? With 1,000 of everything. Good. Okay. And then what are we doing over here? Now we're saying we have some requests, and this is reading the contents. anything that's less than 0, output a 1 signal. Need to put bots in. Okay. Is it connected? No. Right. So this should do it, right? Okay. But it's still reading the contents of the logistics network and not the requests. Is that intentional? Is it supposed to be... Because if anything here is negative, that means what? That it is... Okay, cool. Because then what is the negative value? Is that something that's being requested? Well, I guess it's coming from here, which is just saying these are... Okay, so these are the things that we're requesting, right? Ah, so okay, so it's just comparing the two. That's why. And then we're just randomly inputting one of these. We're just randomly picking one of those and saying, can we build it? And then this one's saying a lot. So S, what does S come from? Comes from itself. Right, so there's no... Basically it's saying if... Right, S is the latch. The set, if you will. And so each greater than 0. And right now nothing's coming from the input. Interestingly enough, because I guess everything's been crafted, right? We could change the update interval to see this a little bit easier. Change it to 100 seconds. Change it to 2 minutes. Or that's 100 ticks, so that's 2 seconds actually. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, sure. If nothing is coming from the input, it's because it has enough items. Right. So tell me what this is doing. This is checking to see if there's anything that needs to be built. We get a signal from the stuff down there, right? From the randomizer added to what there is, and if there's nothing, if there's something to build, then it comes through as each. And if that's greater than 0, then we know something is to be built. Then the S is greater than 0. Well, then that triggers the lower part, which I don't know, almost like to have that there, just to say, like, this is the primary thing, is each something comes in as an order and it's greater than 0, and at the same time S is nothing. Then it's going to trigger the S and the each coming as a 1 signal, and then that means it's going to trigger this second part, because we still have each coming through as a 1 signal plus whatever it comes from here, but actually it's green. So as soon as the latch triggers, it holds the each, the recipe, until F equals 1. Right. Ah, brilliant. Very, very nice. Because then when the recipe's finished, so let's say, what could we do here? This has to be a negative value. Well, I mean, you could easily add like a negativing arithmetic combinator here just to make it right. But that being said, Yeah, so then it gets pushed out. So this is actually really cool. Because it's like, this is the auto mall, but with way less stuff, right? Like I saw the auto mall blueprint from Doc Jade, which was cool, but I just looking at it, I was like, what the hell is going on here? It was like impossible to understand. And there's probably problems with this. Like one of the problems is like, if you put something in here that you don't have an ingredient for, like, I don't know, biolabs. Say I want 5 biolabs. Well, I guess it has to be negative, right? So -5 biolabs. We just have to wait, basically wait until this, but we could cancel some of these, so we could just like, yeah, all the ingredients need to be available. And that's the only issue that I see right now. Right, so 5 biolabs, but it may also be that the contents here, because this is connected to that. Right, and then this is another issue actually, because it's like, oh, like it's really cool that, well, it's holding all of these signals now, which are what, the ingredient signals? I guess they're the ingredient signals, right? But it's not holding the red signal. But why is it holding, why is it up? Is it because these are intermediates? Yeah, like why? Oh, because you can't, this is kind of a weird thing that you can't tell it what network to output on sometimes, right? Like there's like an input count. Like if I just said this, then I can. But if it's an S, if it's an O, for example. Oh, if it's an input count of 1. If it's an output count of 1, you can't tell it which one to go on. To separate the signals, yeah. Interesting. Right, so if we, like, what is the recipe? The recipe signal is supposed to go here, right? So we need to say, like, if it's on the red, because what does this need? This needs the signal from here. That's the each that it's looking for. But then it also needs the F signal. So we just really need this to, like, we don't need this connection. And then we can just say, if F is greater than 0, right, then output the F input count, and then have that go to that green. How can I reset this one? Like that? Sure. I think I got all the major kinks ironed out. Dude, I'm kind of excited to see that. I want to walk through that, actually. I think that would be a really good way to close this off. So why is it... Why is it that if this green signal is coming as an input, why isn't this green, this line? Oh, right. But then still, where is it getting the low density structure from? Okay, well now it's wire. So it's like saying, I'm gonna build, so it does need bots, right? So we need a couple logistics bots to move the wire over. Well, wire's already captured, right? So why is it giving me a wire signal then if wire's was already captured? Like it's already made. Well, I guess there's only 4 wire, so that's why. So that's an interesting problem too, is because like, if it's something like wire from decider to set recipe. Yeah, like it actually wants to build more because the order for wires is 100. And it's stuck on, oh yeah, wire from here with red to set recipe, right? Now it's working. Right. But then this is like, well, so that's another issue, is like on one hand, you probably want to build like 100 wires or at least 50 wires. You don't want to build like 2 or 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess at that point, like, this could just be there. We don't need an extra green wire going over, but the assembler needs to be connected to green 1678. Well, I mean, it worked, right? It's just like it built the... Yeah, I don't want to use green because then it'll connect back into this green one. So we have to have that separation there. But the issue now is that, of course, these ingredients are not coming. I wonder if... Reads the unsatisfied requests. So I wonder if there's a way to like check to see if the ingredients are being requested. But either way, like that's one thing. So 2 things I would say that need to be improved. Like obviously this is brilliant, not saying that, yeah, like this is the very basics, and this gives me an idea of where to start with making my own auto model if that's something I want to pursue. But like the next steps would be like, 1, make it so that you are not making small quantities of things. Right, and that's the other solution. That's like, yeah, reset to say finished after. It would be cool if you could read how long something takes to make somehow. So like whatever recipe it is, like you just select like how long it takes to make so that you could just check. Maybe after 2 times the crafting time to see if it's still like not crafting. Or basically if there's no W signal for a certain amount of time, then you send an F signal. Like after a minute, I don't know, 30 seconds. Yeah, that would make sense. Not worrying about the F signal itself, like not resetting, like every minute send an F signal unless an F signal. No. Check for W, and if it's not working, then switch it up. And just do another random input value. But I think with those two issues solved, then like that could be a pretty powerful. But then I guess the other thing with Doc Jades, for example, is that it's actually building intermediates. So it's like, which is actually pretty smart. Like if you could get labs building, like you could set a recipe, then check the ingredients of a recipe, which you can actually do from, oh, you can't. I thought you could from here. So you can only really do it from here. But then you could say, yeah, I mean, that's super cool, man. Like, it's really, really cool what you've done here with the memory cell, actually. Like, that was very brilliant. But yeah, I think the only way to read, so you'd have to like set the recipe, and then you'd have to check the recipe ingredients against what's in the network and see if you're lacking any of them, and then try to build those. And then if you can't build the intermediates, then you just reset the whole system too. So like it goes a layer deeper too, I think. But it could be really cool, especially if you could have like 5 machines lined up, and then you could like have one where it's trying to build like biolabs, and then the next one goes like the first ingredient gets tried to make, and then the next one's the next ingredient. But you'd have to somehow check to see like what, like index them, I guess. You'd have to like index them all, like select them via index, and then like see if you can even build them, because like clearly you can't build, like you can't build uranium, you can't build biter eggs, but these 3 are things that you could build. So if you could build them, then set them as the ingredients, and then see if you can build those. And then if nothing's working after like 30 seconds, then just reset the original recipe and have that, like, yeah, just it could be really, really cool. So I don't know. Anyways, this was super cool. Excellent little expedition into the world of automols. I still think that, like, my kind of goal that is just kind of in the back of my mind would be to work with this kind of grid and then have something that has like a pretty decent throughput, and maybe you have like 6 machines here, and then like, I don't know, like a chest, like fill up, maybe even have like on this side too, like things like that. So no, like intermediates here, right? Like gears, sticks, wire, green circuits, right? Just like basic stuff, but you're dynamically searching for these, or like at least these could be like, okay, you're going through a predetermined list, which would be fine, of intermediaries, and if you don't have a certain amount of them, you're just building them, and then whatever is like the most sought after, you build those. What? Really? Dude, the hat, like beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, boop, beep boop. yeah, I mean, it's bright red, so like, what is wrong with me? Yeah, well, you're playing your own game, right? So yeah. No, totally cool, totally cool. I just want to check something right now, actually. Like sought after, as in like one of the, like, you can do requests, so you can actually check what's being requested. So you could actually have like your intermediate, your actual products up here making those requests, and then those requests could stack up, and then you could be checking using select input. You could be checking to see, like, yeah, just through an index, you could be selecting the item that's the most sought after, right? So like if you've got two, like let's say we had two things that required gears and we're trying to auto build them, and we need 300 gears for that, and then we also need, like, two things need wires and we only need 100 wires, then like we automatically set the recipe with like priority in mind. Like, okay, we need the most gears, we can use the array selector to find out what's the most sought after thing. What is the highest demand? What's in the highest demand? But yeah, we just wanted to jump over here for a second here, so just give me a sec. Oh yeah, 484. Would you look at that? I think we're gonna hit 500 for Christmas. That's, wow, you guys love it. You guys are awesome. Oh yeah, people actually like the testing the inserters video. I thought it was pretty decent. Didn't quite feel like it would hit as good as like the other ones with the serving the king and stuff. I don't know, some of that was just kind of cool, like sounding, like uncommoner, serve the king. Like, I don't know, it just had a zing to it, even though it was maybe not as, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, cool. Just checking on my subscribers. Super cool, super cool that we're like, yeah, we're so close to 500. But Exo, do you have that blueprint? I could probably squeeze another 20 minutes, maybe half an hour tops out of tonight. Yeah, I think something like this would be my kind of dream, like getting up to 6 things being produced, and then also getting up to 6 intermediates being produced, and then having the circuitry fill like this area in between in this grid, so that I could just land on a planet and put this down, and it would like build me my power poles, or it would build me my roboports, depending on what's being requested. And that's the cool thing about this, is it actually takes the unsatisfied requests from the logistics network and then sends them. And I think that also means a construction robot. So like let's take a look at that actually. So we have a separate logistics network here. And if I want to say build this, well, I can't build that right now, but let's say I want to build, well, let's just say I try to build this. Okay, so it's like super building. Let's go way over here. This is a big one. James, like, so we need to get way over here. Is this like a special one? Roboport. Only changed it like 7 times since I thought it was done. Right? Yeah, I know the feel. Yeah, this is a regular Roboport. But why does it seem like it has a... Oh, that's me who has the giant. Okay, so it's actually just me. I'm the problem. I don't even think I need to be this far out. I just need to turn off my Roboport. Kind of makes sense. Because, yeah, I shouldn't have any of the items here now, as long as I do that. Dang nabbit. Who's building these, you dang old robots? Let's get further out. Let's just go to here. And then we'll bring our power. Okay, so now I have robots off. Okay, it didn't build itself. So now the question is, does that show up as a... Why does it have low power? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's almost done. Does that show up as a request? No. Okay. So that's interesting. Whereas if I request that will show up as a request. 51. Why does it show up as 51? Oh, because I already have 49. Right? So like that's actually really cool. And it's not just that, it's of course anything that a requester chest might be requesting. So if we put a requester chest in this thing and say we want 100 concrete, then we check here, now we've got 100 concrete as a request. So interestingly, it doesn't do the rail because it doesn't detect construction requests, which would be really cool if it did, but then would that be within the network's construction grid or whatever? Anyways, so we know that doesn't do it. Oh, that's interesting. If we open the editor tool, what is the editor tool? How do I open the editor tool? Toggle map editor? Is that it? Settings. I don't think I've ever even looked in here. And then click use global power. Is that decoratives, entities, forces, surfaces? Control Shift 11. Is that actually it? Control Shift. Wait, Control Shift F11. Ah, that's the map editor. Is that the same one? Yeah, that is. It's Control Alt E also. Okay. Global Electric Network. There we go. Well, how about that? Areas and positions. Wow, there is some crazy stuff going on over here. We can just spawn asteroid chunks? Can only be built on space platforms? Come on. Interesting. Feel like I'm gonna break stuff? I don't know. Edit friends? Watch out, guys. Oh, cool. Oh no, oh no. How did you get the world then? You never used the editor? Yeah, I mean, I've like... Right? Oh, cool, I can just... I don't know. I've just never pressed Control E or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Control Alt E. I just never knew that was even there. And yeah, global power. Amazing. Yeah, it's a scenario. So somebody was telling me about that actually, that it's like if you're in a regular game, can you just go to this world if you like press Control Alt E or Control Shift F11? Like without using a mod? Because this is just a mod, and then I created a new scenario. So that's, anyways, we figured out what this does, so. EXO, give me your blueprint juice. Give me your juice, bud. I gotta head out here in a short while. And who knows, maybe I'll come back to this. I've got some pretty smart layout here from Sly. It's in the Discord? Oh, well, what the heck? It wasn't like, you want a narrated walkthrough? Yeah, definitely. I was looking there, but it didn't, like, scroll down, so I'm, like, sitting there wondering, like, What's going on, Exo? Hold on a second here. Let me just pull that up for a second while I go to my other screen, copy this in, import this, and I will join. You will be a special guest, Exo, on the Jar channel. You might need to mute yourself, like you might need to mute the video, because otherwise you will, yeah, hey Exo, how's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. So, yeah, wow, okay, this seems pretty brilliant. Let me get back into the show here. Okay. Do you want me to share my screen on Discord as well to get like a lower latency?
Probably would be better. I'm just, 10 seconds behind on the stream.
Cool, yeah, let me try this. Stream Factorio. Live in the chill zone.
Yep, looks like that worked.
Cool, so lay it on me. What do we got going on here?
Yeah, so we've got basically 3 tiers. Everything in the top is for displaying what basically each channel is showing. The middle, so if you go down, there's like the 3 different like layers of radars, sorry. The middle set of radars is the clock, and that's actually, you need to put some items in there to start it. And then the bottom is each of your individual stations. And so those stations would say, hey, I have X items, but I only tell you that on certain times that the clock is running.
Okay. Add 16 items. I didn't add enough items, right?
Yeah, it needs to be at least, I think I've got it set to 7. This is a low, it's got a low impact on the TPS of the world for this clock. I didn't want something running, every single tick, but it just moves things over and slowly counts the clock. So now that the clock is running, it's sending out a checkmark signal to the radar, and then all the other radars are getting it. So if you go down to like the 3 stations at the bottom, channel A has a certain amount of items, channel B, channel C, etc. And they're just sending that into a decider combinator. All that's doing is saying, hey, whenever I've got the exact number that the clock is lined up with, I broadcast my items. Otherwise, I don't broadcast anything.
Right.
And so it's just cycling through. Each one of those stations gets their airtime. And then up at the top, that's where I'm actually breaking it out and saying, okay, what is on each of these channels? Everything on the right is just like, I filtered it down to only iron ore so that I could just have something I could easily see. So you can see up in the top right, channel A has 79 iron, channel B has apparently 0. Yep, I didn't put any in there. And then channel C has 396. So you can, at a glance, see what each channel is carrying. And this one I split out so that it, or never mind. Basically, it's always displaying the value here, even though down below it's not actually transmitting the value. There's some like memory latch cell, which is the secret sauce. And that's
this?
Yeah, those 3 combinators are the secret sauce that makes all of it work.
Oh, okay.
I've broken it out on the left-hand side, just so that it's a little more easy to see what's going on. So we've got a channel coming in, and then you can see it splits into the bottom one. Yeah, all of those 3 top like counters, they just are randomly scrolling through each item on the channel.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's I've spent like 8 hours on this today, which is way more than I needed to. But it's it's all just kind of blurring together in my head.
Yeah, I feel you. But this, I see this pattern here, which is
Yep.
the memory cell, which is also over here.
Yep, exactly.
Because like I understand the concept, right? Which is like you're just using this as a simple clock that
Mm-hmm.
right, like instead of using the regular clock wired into itself.
Yeah.
And then here is where you have your items.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be like your train station unloading, I guess.
Yeah, if you're using it for your unloading, you would say, "Hey, I have this many items here," and then it just broadcasts how many it has.
Right. And then you can use, or any signal, like you could say, if you wanted to broadcast how, yeah, how empty, like something that's really appealing to me is how little circuitry it actually uses
Mm-hmm.
on this side. And you could have just one clock somewhere, and then you can get all kinds of signals. And then, yeah,
Only
uh,
need 3 on the output too.
right. Like you need the memory
Well, 4
cell.
if you want to filter what you're outputting, but
Right. And that's what this one's doing.
yeah.
Right. So, and in a way, like that could be, yeah, like that's really cool. Because I mean, for me, the application is, can we make a train system where you have different wagons? Like
Mm-hmm.
you have a one wagon iron train system, and then you have like a 4 wagon iron train, and they can run, and they can know which station is open based on that. So I mean, this is really brilliant, man. Like this is super interesting.
Thanks. Yeah, and I tried to put text in all of the combinators just so it'd be a little bit easier to run through and figure out what each thing is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I like the modulus. So this isn't actually using any of the bit. Well, what is this one? This is another mod signal.
Yeah, those displays, they basically just divide by a number so that it removes all the digits after it, and modulus just gets the remainder. So it basically is all it's doing is getting the rightmost value of a certain digit and then displaying it above.
Right, which, yeah, okay. I like how you've made these. Like, I've never thought of using these display panels to display numbers like this, but it's, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I just kind of stumbled past it because I was like, I don't want to be looking in the combinators every time I make a change. So I just wanted to throw them up and I could just do it at a glance.
Yeah, and they're like almost, uh, the clock is really slow. So it's like 1 Mississippi, 2. Actually, it's like 2 seconds because this is probably stack size to 1, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, you can increase the stack size and it'll go faster, but
yeah, and you can use a faster inserter. Like, you could tweak it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the fastest it could be is down to like 2 ticks just because of how it stores item values. It takes like 1 tick to store it and 1 tick to revert. So I think 2 ticks is the fastest. I don't know if you'd ever want to actually do that. I feel like that'd be pretty pretty bad on your TPS, but I could see like 10 ticks or something. Twice a second you're getting updates.
There's 60 ticks in a second, right?
I think it's 20.
Oh, well, hopefully it's 60.
That
Because I
shows you
just
how much I know.
I just made a video on it, and if it's 20, then I'm hooped. I would probably be getting more comments being like, "What are you talking about?"
No, you're right. It's probably 60.
I'm leaning on Bananicus for this, but I haven't seen it
Because yeah,
yet.
when you turn on TPS, it says like 60 in the top right. So I don't know. I'm just stuck on Minecraft with that tick rate.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Right. So that's which is really fast, quite frankly.
Yeah.
60 smile, sly spike tunes in. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Like there's kind of two things that this makes me think of, um and both were would be potential improvements to my train system, which is that if we could, like I said, have different wagons sizes for the same goods, that would be
Mhm.
great, with minimal additional circuitry. But on the same side, like one of the problems that I was initially trying to solve with the train system was this idea that if I have priority set on the unloading station, right? Like based on the percentage that it's empty. So if it's totally empty, then the priority is 100, just as a percentage. But if it's half empty, then the priority is 50. And if it's
Mhm.
80%, you know, but then how do you set the priority of the loading station based on that value? Like I was trying to transmit that value to the loading station,
Mhm.
but
But
yeah,
then you've got so many unloading and loading stations that you just run out of values.
right. Or even like I was trying to like read the value and then only add to it if the like if I'm setting up another unloading station, like you have two unloading stations, one's priority 20, it's 80% full. Then you have another one that's priority 60 because it's 60% empty. Then it's like you want to set the priority to the highest priority, but not just keep compounding and keep adding them.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. I was thinking that it might be possible to use a memory cell for that. But then again, at that point, I was like, well, unless I can eliminate some of the constant combinators from the station, then I don't really want to add more. Like, I definitely hated adding. I had like two on the side before, and I was like, that's so ugly.
Yeah. And I just tested that this actually does work with negative values.
This does work with negative values.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a one tick clock in my system. Circuits are not bad for UPS on their own. Yeah, like that's cool. Like the clock itself, I think, but maybe all of the updates happening based on that clock might, yeah, that could. The priority systems only help when you need to prioritize using a certain recipe over the other. Priorities don't help with throughput. Yeah, priority, like for me, I like the priority management that we have in the current jar train system, and it kind of in a workaround way does that. Does what I wanted it to do, but it's not ideal. But anyways, that's a whole different story. So I guess the next steps for me would be like, part of me is like, I don't know if I would actually want to implement this again, unless I could, if I could make it eliminate some of the constant combinators and somehow simplify the system, then that would be cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty easy to make it a blueprint with just like one constant combinator on the input, three on the output, well, four if you wanted filtered item, but just like make it parameterized so that you can just place it and be like, oh, I want this on channel C and I want only iron on the output or something. I think it would be pretty quick to do that.
Yeah, which would be cool, especially there was somebody in the Discord who was talking about that, and they were using my system, and they kind of hit a brick wall because they a little bit because of that. They were like, well, we have different train lengths, And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that'd be cool to be able to serve that as well. But currently, I mean, it is probably something that's a bit extravagant, but if they won't,
Probably.
if they, right? Because it's like, I could literally use four wagon trains for everything, and it works. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
but
This whole radar channel system's kind of a hammer looking for a nail. Like it solves a problem, but I'm not sure how many problems there are for it.
yeah, right? That's a good analogy. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, it's super cool, man. Like it's one hell of a interesting development.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've come up here, considering I've barely touched circuits in the last 50 hours.
Ideal would be having trains everywhere all the time. Yeah. Yeah, we found the solution, but we just don't know the problem. Yeah, ideal would just be having trains everywhere all the time because then goods could just teleport instantly with super bots and like you wouldn't even need trains. That would be the best train is when you don't need any trains because
Mhm.
anyways. But yeah, it's it's cool. It's cool. But that being said, I think I'm a sign off and yeah, I'll be on Monday for sure. Monday in the evening and then potentially Wednesday for a special Christmas hangout and then Friday as well.
Sounds good. Well, I'll sign off in person, and then we'll see all the rest of you guys in chat later.
Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, cool, EXO. Thanks again. I'll catch you later. Right on, everyone. That was a really special, nice way to end off the night here with a little bit with a special guest, EXO from the crowd with an excellent, interesting design. And that being said, if somebody commented about me fixing their blueprint, and I was like, yeah, that'd be fun to do on stream. So if you're in the crowd and you need a blueprint fixed, you want me to look at it, we got some pretty smart brains here, and not just mine. So, Green Gang, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's been an excellent night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Share the page to a few friends if you can. Let's get over 500. It'll happen by Christmas, I'm sure. Maybe even by the time I wake up. But yeah, thanks for all your support, you guys. Glad to hang out. It's a great time. Have yourself a good night. And we'll see you in the next one. Yes, stream on Monday. Yes, stream on Monday. Definitely. Okay, bye.